What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including WWE really wanted Kenny Omega, Randy Orton could be returning at Summerslam, fans angry at WWE for this, Sheamus slams WWE creative, Tony Khan doesn't give a damn about women's wrestling, Ronda Rousey close to leaving WWE, a huge WWE return at SummerSlam, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Now our first story looks at WWE really wanted Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega recently announced that he's staying in AEW, but what if the cleaner had opted to go to WWE instead? Dave Meltzer is reporting in this week's Wrestling Observer that Omega was #1 on the company's most wanted list. All four would have been in a great position in an open market, so Khan must have made a strong deal to get them to stay without even strongly playing the WWE card. But what if Omega had signed with the WWE? Meltzer discussed the WWE's plans for Kenny, saying that one person with knowledge of WWE's interests has noted to us that while Omega was top talent who would have been used as a top guy in the mix with the likes of Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar level guys, that because of long-term physical durability, they believed that Rollins, as the role of the best in-ring wrestler in the company, had more time in the role than Omega would have. Meltzer noted that Omega's past injuries, not to mention surgeries, made AEW a better choice due to its lighter schedule than the WWE. Next up, Randy Orton is in Detroit. Now we've had some good news and we've heard some bad news surrounding Randy Orton. Bad news is that he still hasn't been cleared by WWE, or so we know of, plus there are no creative plans for him. But again, like we mentioned before, this could all be a ruse, as PWInsider.com has confirmed that Randy Orton is in Detroit, the home of SummerSlam. Could this indicate that we're going to get a huge return at SummerSlam? If so, could he interfere in the Cody vs Brock match, setting up a huge feud between him and Cody Rhodes? There's just so much storytelling there. The highest paid tag team ever. The recent news of the Elite re-upping with AEW has led to the group's members giving various reasons for staying with the promotion they helped found. These include opportunity to work a reduced schedule as well as a wish to help AEW grow further. In the case of the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, the tag team is being paid a hefty sum to stay in AEW. Dave Meltzer was reporting that the Bucks agent Barry Bloom had told the Young Bucks that as far as he knew, this was the highest guarantee any tag team in pro wrestling history had ever gotten, and that would include the highest contracts for Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in WCW, although they're obviously comparing a 2023 dollar figure with the late 90s in straight dollars doesn't mean that much given how much inflation has changed the value going that far back. As far as Hall and Nash go, it's worth noting that the wrestling legend has it that WCW paid the Outsiders a bonus when the company discovered a glitch in Hall and Nash's contract that could have allowed them to return to WWF at the height of the New World Order's popularity. In addition, both stars enjoyed a favored nation clause that meant that if someone was signed to WCW at a higher base salary than they had been, their salary would have been increased to the same level. What would you guys think of the Bucks' payday? Are they worth that much? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, fans angry at WWE for this. Why was Becky Lynch vs Trish Stratus kicked off SummerSlam, and what did the superstars think about the move? Despite rumors that the match was postponed due to an injury, Fightful Select is reporting, instead we're told that WWE has been adamant about limiting the number of matches and the run times for PLE shows, which caused some matches that were being built for the show to be moved elsewhere. Those we spoke to said that on SummerSlam, the match would have been severely limited by time and the decision was made to put it on a future Raw instead. Consideration was also given to moving it back to WWE Payback. By now you've heard likely reports that the WWE wants to give its Slim Jim sponsored SummerSlam Battle Royal enough time to make Slim Jim feel that they're getting their money's worth. According to Dave Meltzer, WWE announced a new partnership with Slim Jim and claimed that it was the biggest sponsorship deal in company history, with the Battle Royal being the first number of custom integrations at WWE major shows, which will include the upcoming Survivor Series in Chicago, as well as the 2024 Royal Rumble and both nights of WrestleMania. Nonetheless, Lynch and Stratus aren't happy, at least according to Fightful. We're told that neither woman was thrilled with the adjustment, which came into focus in days before their Raw match was set up. Well, some fans weren't happy about this. As one wrote, Becky Lynch vs Trish Stratus got removed from the SummerSlam card because there wasn't enough time, yet they're doing a meaningless battle royal for LA Knight and Kid Rock performance which no one asked for. Another rope, Becky and Trish getting pulled when their feud has lasted for months. We've been telling y'all WWE still doesn't care about women or their stories. Now while this is speculation, Trish Stratus, who is not only a WWE Hall of Famer but an industry icon, has to wonder why she came back to work a high-profile program with a top superstar at one of the WWE's biggest PLEs, only to be set aside for a battle royal. Do you think they deserve better? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Sheamus slams WWE creative. If you're unhappy with how the WWE has been booking Sheamus, you're not alone. Just ask the Celtic Warrior himself. He recently spoke with the Daily Star, laying into the WWE's creative department for wasting the incredible momentum he was riding after his epic bout against Intercontinental Champion Gunther at last year's Clash at the Castle. What I was upset about and what really bothered me was the creative after that. I came out of that with so much organic momentum and it was just wasted. It didn't go anywhere. The 45-year-old wrestler said he was fine with losing to Gunther, but he's disappointed with WWE's failure to capitalize on the fans' support. Sadly, Sheamus seems to have fallen down the WWE's pecking order, going from being a contender for the Intercontinental Championship to a superstar who all too frequently puts over talent. He also pointed out how things have played out after his triple threat match between himself, Drew McIntyre and Gunther. It was a dead end, just like with Wrestlemania. Drew went away because he was injured, I was ready to go and then just nothing. There were no avenues and nowhere to go, and that's frustrating. I did the War Games thing after Clash at the Castle, but that was shit. That's how I felt, though others may have felt differently. In addition, Sheamus felt that he felt bitter that he was left off Money in the Bank, although he was happy that fellow Brawling Brute member Butch participated in the men's Money in the Bank match. When it comes to the pay-per-views and you have the part-timers coming into the limelight, that stings a little bit. What do you guys think of Sheamus' comments? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, a wrestler claims Tony Khan doesn't give a damn about the women's wrestling. But speaking of women's wrestlers possibly being disgruntled, it looks like the ongoing criticism of AEW's women's division has reached AEW president Tony Khan. Noted indie wrestler LaFisto has been outspoken in her criticism of AEW, including discussing how she was mistreated during a short stay in the company. She recently tweeted, "Had a 1-hour phone call with a current AEW talent. The woman who actually addressed the problems I did today were the ones sent home by Tony Khan. There was a meeting to shoot on Thunder Rosa that Khan attended. Before leaving, he reminded them that their segments were the lowest. When some girls arranged a meeting to talk about Baker's crew, one of them ran into Britt to let her know. The girls that wanted to address the problem were the one punished. Things didn't get better, they got worse." She went further, blaming Khan for how the AEW's women's division is being booked. The legitimate wrestlers believe Tony doesn't give a damn about women's wrestling and feel like they're going back to the Divas era. AEW's women's division had a troubled start, with the promotion lacking a solid core of top talent. However, the women's roster has seen many exciting stars improve, while the company's also added outsiders, or in this case outcasts, of Saraya, Ruby Soho and Toni Storm. What do you think of her criticisms? Are they warranted? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, why no stipulation for Cody vs Brock 3? Is the WWE gonna add a stipulation for SummerSlam's Cody vs Brock Part 3? Well, according to Fightful, the WWE has no plans for a stipulation match, and while there was talk of a stipulation being added, including a dog collar match, the site reports no stipulation was considered heavily. There were also rumors of a Texas bull rope match, which we had suggested previously, which would have been a good way for Cody to win without Lesnar having to take a pinfall. However, the WWE may feel a conclusive finish is the better way to go. Fans shouldn't rule out a last-minute change either, but at this point it sounds like the rubber match will be a traditional match. Next up, Ronda Rousey close to leaving WWE. A rumor has it that an MMA rules match against Shayna Baszler at SummerSlam could be her final WWE appearance. Meltzer is reporting it's not confirmed whether this is Rousey's last match in WWE for the time being, but her departure is coming relatively soon since they had to rush the turn angle. Things haven't been confirmed concerning just when Rousey's current WWE deal ends, but it's believed she wants to put her friend Shayna Baszler over before leaving WWE. As for the MMA rules match, rumor has it that WWE still hasn't come up with the rules involved. Next up, a huge WWE return at SummerSlam. It's been a rough year for WWE superstar Bobby Roode, who has been sidelined since last June. As noted by Inside the Ropes, Roode underwent major neck fusion surgery at the end of 2022 and in May 2023, but hasn't wrestled since June of last year, losing to Omos at a WWE live event. However, PW Insider is reporting that Roode was spotted in Detroit. There has been no official update on when Roode might return to the ring, but SummerSlam's Battle Royal seems like a good spot for Bobby to return. And finally, Shotzi's new look. And last but not least, Shotzi recently shaved her head to support her sister who is battling cancer, with the WWE incorporating her buzz cut into a storyline. The WWE updated her new look on her profile page. A video was also surfaced of Shotzi wrestling at a live event, and fans can see what she looks like now. Her recent menacing, and some would describe it as stalking, of Damage Control's Bayley has led to speculation that her character is taking a dark turn and she may even end up working alongside Bray Wyatt. But there you have it folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.